Alright, good morning guys. We will be commencing the session in another 1 minute. Please see to it that you are introducing yourself in the discussion forum. Professionalism is a habit to be cultivated. Please do so. And if you are from an MBA background, do mention the fact that you are from MBA background. Accordingly, I will plan for a session or probably cover it in any of the session, a case study. Alright, very good morning guys, and I hope you people are putting the best that you can. Do remember, the season for placements is commencing by July, which is not even 15 days from now. What I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to be continuing with percentages because, as I said, it's one of the very important topics. There are certain areas which companies love, because at the end of the day you need to understand the fact that companies are not just looking for students with strong mathematical background. They are looking for people with good problem solving abilities. So companies are not going to give you high mathematical equation based questions. Please make it a point to watch my videos on speed mathematics so that you get to know how to do calculations fast. In the Condira online platform, you will notice the fact that most of the videos are mine, where I have discussed how to solve questions using multiple methods. So embrace that. I'm not joking when I say this. The videos that you find there, the techniques that you find there are fabulous. But these techniques have to become yours. When we are down, we need to fight harder. The fact of the matter is, especially students who are MBA students and MCA students, do remember, you are not looking for a job, you are looking for a career. For a BTech student or a BCA student, there's always a higher education opportunity as an alternate to job. So if they don't get a job or they don't like a job, then they can always go for higher education. You, MCA and MTech students, you cannot. So you need to see to it that the first company you get is a fantastic company where your career can actually start in a very positive way. I keep repeating, fight your best. This is the time when you need to put your energy. This is the time when you need to succeed. I worked as a salesman and I know what it means to be walking on the sun, under the sun, in the sweltering heat of Chennai during summers, trying to stop strangers, trying to then sell the product to the strangers. I also know when I was working as a salesman, I used to go to apartments and the way people used to throw us out of the apartment. And the person who used to throw us was the watchman. That happened when I was in my graduation working for part-time money. The fact of the matter is, education has the power to pull us up. Remember what I said earlier, I come from a Hindi medium background. My Hindi is fabulous. But fact of the matter is, today I speak in English because market says English is required. I only know one thing, and this is what I teach my kids. Give the market what the market wants. All of you students who are engineers looking for a job in the field of IT, do remember, market is demanding coding skills as well. So see to it that you people are investing time in coding. Students coming from an MBA background, you don't need coding. But all others, remember, majority of the jobs are in India are either in the IT sector or in the management sector. You don't have a third sector. So you need to choose, you need to develop the right profile, and then you need to give them the right profile. If we don't change, when the market changes, we will become extinct. I'm going to talk about a small case I normally talk about for my students in CAT or in MBA. I talk about a company called as Kodak. I don't know how many of you know of this company, Kodak. Kodak was one of the largest company, biggest in the world for films, camera rolls. If you've seen the olden films, today of course we talk about, a digital camera. Earlier we used to have camera where we used to put in film roll and then we used to develop it. Now what used to happen was that in those cameras, that film roll would be made basically by a company known as Kodak. Kodak was a Japanese company, one of the biggest companies, a monopoly. Alright, it used to control the whole goddamn world. And something amazing happened when Kodak started investing in research and development. When it was investing in research and development, and let's not forget, Kodak had a huge R&D department because Japan is known for R&D, research and development. The scientists of Kodak came out with a new camera. They go to the management of Kodak with a lot of pride. They say, sir, we have invented a new camera. It will revolutionize the environment. The management of Kodak asked them for a presentation. And when the presentation is made, Kodak management team is stunned that that camera does not require film roll. Because that camera was a digital camera. The moment the management realized the fact that that does not require a film roll, they immediately told the research and development team, kill the invention. Because if this invention goes into the market, then people will not buy film rolls. And our biggest product is film rolls. You know what happened? The research and development team of Kodak killed the digital camera. But fact of the matter is, some other company went on to invent the digital camera, and finally Kodak had to die. Kodak is no more. Kodak has become bankrupt. If only Kodak had, instead of killing the digital camera, introduced it, today, yes, they might have probably in that process killed the, the role that we talk about, but they still would have existed and they would have been a monopoly probably in digital cameras. When times change, we need to change. Today, market is demanding English. Today, market is demanding confidence. Today, market is demanding people with team spirit and team abilities. Today, market is demanding success. Today, market is demanding money. And our business, we need to fight with all those. I am hoping the fact that the next 30 days you will invest not just in picking up aptitude skills, but all the relevant skills. Please see to it that, especially engineers, see to it that you are attending the session even at 6:30 in the evening. We take sessions on various other areas. The idea is basically to push you so that you fight, because this is the time to fight. Professionalism. Today what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be looking at many questions which have come in the past. Remember, questions are not going to be tough. If you are not able to do it, it only means that you're not practiced. A student yesterday wrote to me saying that, sir, when I'm practicing the question, when in the main test, when the question comes, I'm not able to recall how to answer it. The reason is you're not practiced enough. You should have practiced a model so many times that even in your sleep, if you were to be given that question, you should be able to tell me what is the first step, what is the second step, and what is the method to get the answer, preferably mentally rather than using pen and paper. That ability has to be generated. Be afraid of failure, sweethearts. Be afraid of poverty. And the best thing, education has the ability to give us the success and the money. And that is precisely what we need to fight for. You people come from a state which is now growing. But the fact of the matter is, opportunities are still very limited in North India. You need to fight. It does not matter where the opportunity is. If we need to go, we will go. I am a Tamilian. I am right now established in Andhra Pradesh. I don't know Telugu. The reason I came to Andhra Pradesh is very simple. Opportunity was here. We go where the opportunity is. Today, opportunity is there in technology. Today, opportunity is there in management. And you need to fight for it. What we are going to do today is more exercise from your side. I am going to give you a lot of questions. You are basically going to help me answer those questions. I'll give you for each question probably about 10 seconds to 20 seconds. You will immediately start typing in the answers in the discussion forum. Try to do it fast. Why? Because the moment you try to do it fast, you are putting yourself under pressure. And that is how we learn how to face the pressure. Let's start with this. I am giving you certain English statements. You will first write the multiplying factor. Remember the concept of multiplying factor yesterday we discussed. Quickly write the multiplying factors for all these 7 English languages which I have given you. Increased by 20%. What is my multiplying factor? Decreases by 15%. What is my multiplying factor? Falls by 40%. What is my multiplying factor? Is 30% more? What is my multiplying factor? If it says it doubles, then what will be the multiplying factor? If it says it will halve, then what will be the multiplying factor? If the statement says is 20% off, then what is the multiplying factor? I have given you 7. Quickly, please see to it that you are doing so. Increases by 20%, so 1 plus 20%, therefore 1.2. You should be able to write this as 12 by 10, which is equal to 6 by 5. You should be able to complete all this. Decreases by 15%, 1 minus 15%, that is equal to 0.85, that is equal to 85 by 100, that is equal to 17 by 20. Falls by 40%, 1 minus 40%, that is equal to 0.6, that is equal to 3 by 5. Is 30% more is equal to 1 plus 30%, that is equal to 1.3, that is equal to 13 by 10. Doubles 2, halves 0.55. What does half mean? It becomes half, that's it. Is 20% off? Is 20% off 0.2? Because it's only 20%. These would be the answers for the same. Let me look at Prateek. 1.2, 0.85, 0.6, 1.3, 2, 0. Prateek, beautiful sweetheart. Good show. So these are the concepts of multiplying factor. Now sometimes when you go to the market, you also understand it says 20% off. What does 20% off mean? 20% off means discount. What does discount mean? Discount means reduction, fall in price, which means if I say 20% off, multiplying factor is 1 minus 20%, which is nothing but 0.8 or 4 by 5. All right. So this is something that you need to understand. Different words can be used, and then we can move forward with that. All right, let's go forward. Now I'm asking you the reverse. I'm giving you the multiplying factor. What is the percentage change? I'm asking you the percentage change. I'm giving you the multiplying factor. Tell me what is the percentage change. I am giving you the percentage factor. Tell me the multiplying change. What is 1.2? 1.2 is greater than 1. Therefore, it has to be more. So this is more, 20% more. This is less than 1. So it is 1 minus 0.7 can be written as 1 minus 0.3. Therefore, it's 30% less. All right. Keep playing with me, sweethearts. Keep playing with me. Emmanuel is saying 20% increase, 30% decrease. Yes, increase and decrease is the right statement. All right, now tell me which of the two is true. Which one is the true? I am giving you multiplying factor. I am giving you the multiplying factor. Tell me A is 2 or B is 2. Tell me that. Surojit, we are only discussing what we discussed yesterday, sweetheart. We are only revising what we discussed yesterday. So if you did attend the class yesterday, you should be able to do these. Multiplying factor is 0.5. Which of the following is or are true? Is or are true? 50%, 50% lesser. What will be the right answer? Sweetheart Anirudh, understand, I am asking is or are. So you need to also look at B separately. A is true, 50% is 0.5, but 50% lesser is also true because this is also 0.5. So A is true and B is true. Both of them are actually true. A is true and B is true, so both of them are true. 50% also the multiplying factor is 0.5. 50% lesser also the multiplying is 0.5. So both can be true. Tisha is right. Vishal is right. Please be looking at it from different sides. Alright, tell me the answer for this. What is the multiplying factor of a constant? What is the multiplying factor of a constant? This is very important because we use this quite extensively. This is something that you should know. What is the multiplying factor of a constant? Now, whenever it's a constant, multiplying factor of any constant, root 2, multiplying factor of pi, multiplying factor of this, multiplying factor of this, all these are constants at the end of the day. So, multiplying factor is always 1. Now, I am asking you a very important question, a very simple question, a very stupid question, but let's see who can answer this. Which is more, 30% is more or 40% is more? This is one of the beautiful questions that is asked quite often in the interviews also. Tell me which is more, 30% is more or 40% is more? Which is more, 30% is more or 40% is more? Alright, Lokesh is saying 30% is more. Lokesh, I am little surprised. Why do you say 30% is more, sweetheart? 30% is more. I am a bit surprised. All of you drop your pens and look at me. Now, there are two ways. Alright, normally I have never heard anyone talking about 30% is more. Let's check it out. What is 30%? 30% is equal to 30 by 100, which is nothing but 0.3. 40% is nothing but 40 by 100, which is equal to 0.4. We know the fact that 0.4 is greater than 0.3. Alright? But, whenever we talk about percentages, you cannot compare percentages. Cannot compare percentages. Because every percentage has what is known as a base. Every percentage is linked to base. 30% of what? 40% of what? That what is what is known as the base. Now, all of you drop your pens and look at me. This is a very important concept. This is a very important concept you need to understand. 30% of India's population is more than 40% of Singapore's population. 30% of what? India's population. 40% of what? Singapore's population. So if I were to ask you 30% is more or 40% is more, answer is cannot be determined. Because you cannot compare percentage without knowing what the base is. 40% of India's population is more than 30% of India's population. If the base is same, you can still compare. But if the base is not same, you cannot compare. For example, 1% of Mukesh Ambani's salary is more than 100% of my salary. 1% of Mukesh Ambani's salary is more than 100% of my salary. If for that 1%, what is the base? Mukesh Ambani's salary. For that 100%, what is the base? My salary. Did you understand? So whenever we talk about percentages, do remember the fact that only if the base is given you can say. For example, let me talk about Yogesh. And let me talk about Rakshita. Now Yogesh got 30% in science test. Rakshita got 32% in the same science test. Can I compare? Yes, then I can say 32% is more than 30. But if I say Yogesh got 30% in science test and Rakshita got 32% in maths test, can I say Rakshita got more? I cannot, because the science test might be out of 100 while this maths test might be out of 20 marks. So you cannot compare that. Please type in yes if you have understood this. This is very important that you understand. For every percentage, there is a base. You need to concentrate on the base, B-A-S-E. Every time someone gives you a percentage, always ask yourself, what is the base? Because the base will always come in. Remember I told you multiplying factor comes here in the on the top of the arrow. Base will come at the end of the arrow. Base always comes at the end of the arrow. I will explain this a little more, but please confirm the fact that you are able to understand it. Please see to it that you are doing it. Suraj, I am going to make a request. Unless and until you are looking to join a company where Hindi is going to be checked, please avoid using Hindi here. One of the very important things I keep telling my students here is that you are a professional. This is not a place for chat. This is a place for us to fight. Unless and until your father is Tatas and Birlas, please see to it that you are putting in a fight. Absolutely no Hindi here. I am fantastic in Hindi, but let's not forget, market says English is what is required. Please confirm the fact that it's the base that is required, and base is what you need to fight for. Alright, now let's try to understand what is this. A's weight is 20% more than B's weight. 20% more than what? More than the B's weight. So the base is the B's weight. So whenever you are coming across in English, please appreciate the fact that you need to link it up. A's weight is 20% more than B's weight. So what do you do? 20% more. What is the multiplying factor for 20% more? 1 plus 20%, which is nothing but 1.2. So I will write 1.2 here. What is the base? Base is B's weight. So I will write B's weight. What does this give? This gives A's weight. So this is my schematic. When I use the word schematic basically means diagrammatical representation. Schematic basically means diagrammatical representation. So this is what is the schematic of this English. This was English. This. How do I write this equation? B's weight into 1.2 is equal to 8's weight. So if you want to write mathematically, 1.2 into B is equal to A, where B is the B's weight and A is the A's weight. This is how you will write the equation. So once again, to repeat it, let me take one more case. All right. I am taking the case that India's population. Let us mark India's population as I is 120% of China's population. Let me mark this as C. How do I do this? 120%. 120% of what? China's population. So this becomes the base. So if I am going to draw the diagram, how will I write? It says 120%. It doesn't say 120% more or less. So my multiplying factor is 1.2. China's population is a base. So base will come here. What is it giving? It's giving India's population will come here. So what is my equation? Equation is C into 1.2 is equal to 1. Because arrow starts from here. Therefore I multiply with this. Answer is I is equal to 1.2 into C. This is what it is. So whenever you are drawing, do remember base has to be kept at the end of the arrow, and then you need to proceed from there. Let's quickly have a look at this. Write the equation for all this. Try to draw the schematic for each one of this. Identify the base. Identify the base. Let's see, especially for these three is high level. Let's see how many of you can identify the base. Tibet's population is 30% of China's population. Tibet's population is 30% of what? China's population. So this becomes the base. So I have C here, 30% multiplying factor is 0.3 gives Tibet. So my equation is what? T is equal to 0.3 C. Let's look at the second thing. Ram's height is 30% more than Sita's height. 30% more than what? Sita's height. So this becomes the base. So 30% more is 1.3. Base is Sita's height. And I have Ram's height given. So equation is R is equal to 1.3 S. Now comes the important part. Let's look at these three. LX salary increases by 10%. LX salary increases by 10%. What does it mean when it say increases by 10%? Increases from what? From what? Which obviously means there is an old salary and there is a new salary. So what does this mean? This basically means that the new salary is 10% more than old salary. This is what it means. So what is the base for this? Base for this is the old salary. So what is my equation? If the new salary is X, old salary is Y, what is my equation? Base is Y, multiplying factor is 1.1, new salary is X, therefore my equation is X is equal to 1.1 Y. This is how you do it. Now car price falls by 10%. What does it saying? That means there is an old price and there is a new price. So what is this equivalent to? This is to say new price is 10% less than old price. So if this is A and this is B, base is B, 10% less, multiplying factor is 0.9. This is A, my equation is A is equal to 0.9 B. This is what it means. Alright, he scored 50% in a test. Tell me what is the base in this. Tell me what is the base in this. 50% in a test. What does it mean? That means he scored 50% of maximum marks. So if the test is out of 100, he got 50% out of 100. If the test is out of 30, he got 50% out of 30. So the base is maximum marks. So I will have maximum marks. Let us say I call that as M. 50% is 0.5 and this is his score. So this is what the thing would be. His score is here, base is maximum marks and multiplying factor is 0.5. This understanding becomes very important. Rakshita, when she says previous car price, you are right, sweetheart. That is previous car price. This understanding is very important. So if I were to ask you in the interview, it's a very favorite question many companies ask in the interview. They ask, Abdullah, which is more, 20% or 30%? Don't immediately rush to say that 20% is 0.2, 30% is 0.3, 0.3 is more than 0.2, therefore 30% is more than 20%. It depends on what? For example, 20% of minus 100 is more than 30% of minus 100. 20% of plus 100 is less than 20% of plus 100. So you need to therefore understand of what? 20% of what? Alright, that is very important that you understand this. Alright, quickly now start doing this. These are things that we have discussed in the past. We discussed it yesterday. Keep writing the answers. These are known as geometrical model. Side of a square increases by 20%. What is the impact on the area? Yesterday we did solve questions of this nature. Let me see how many of you remember these questions. The area of percentages is amazingly important. I am again telling you, we are not sitting here fighting for 3 to 4 lakh salary. We need to learn how to fight for higher salaries. Side of a square increases by 20%. What is the impact on A, area, B, diagonal? Side of the square increases by 20%. So what is my multiplying factor? Multiplying factor is 1.2. What is area? Area is equal to S square. So multiplying factor of area is equal to multiplying factor of side the whole square. Now multiplying factor of side is 1.2. So multiplying factor is 1.2 the whole square. That is nothing but 1.44. So multiplying factor of area is 1.44. That means this increases by 44%. This increases by 44%. I have Pratik already giving me answer. Beautiful sweetheart. What is diagonal? Diagonal is root 2s. So multiplying factor of diagonal is equal to multiplying factor of root 2 into multiplying factor of s. Multiplying factor of a constant is 1. Multiplying factor of side is 1.2. So multiplying factor of diagonal is 1.2. That means it increases by 20%. Pratik Agarwal, beautiful sweetheart. First one to answer. I have Rakshita giving me the second answer. Good show. Please push yourself. If there's anything that you have not understood, please see to it that you are watching my recorded video of yesterday's class. I had discussed all this in yesterday's class. Alright, quickly try to solve this mentally. Don't try to use pen and paper. Now no more steps. If there's anyone who has not understood, don't hesitate asking me. If there's anyone who has not understood, don't hesitate asking me. Push yourself. Diameter of a circle reduces by 10%. What is impact on area? What is the formula of area? Area is pi r square. So it is r square reduces by 10%. Multiplying factor is 0.9. So multiplying factor of area would be 0.9 the whole square, 0.81, which means fall of 19%. Perimeter, pi r. Now this is a constant. So multiplying factor is 1. So r is the 1. So multiplying factor of perimeter is same as the multiplying factor of r. Therefore, this is multiplying factor is equal to 0.9, which means fall of 10%. Answer has to be fall of 10%. Girish, your 21% is wrong, sweetheart. Answer is 19%. 0.9 square is 0.81. 0.81 is 19%. So the fall is 19%. Hey guys, I have a request. Are you finding me going fast? You need to understand the coverage that is there is huge. We need to go fast, but what I am doing today is fast, I know, but that's more because we have already covered that yesterday. I need to prepare you for the real test. When you go to the real test, you are going to be under pressure. So when I speak so much, while I give you time to write, I am disturbing you. I am disturbing you because I want you to be under pressure. Please learn the art of facing the pressure. Quickly type in the answer. Thanks Yogesh and Nisha for confirmation, sweetheart. Alright, let's go to the next one. Tell me this, answer this. Sir, radius will be half. Why would radius be half, sweetheart? Radius. Alright, let's see C. C is radius. Now tell me what will be the impact on radius. Now radius is equal to d by 2. Alright, this is equal to half into d. Multiplying factor of this is 1. Multiplying factor of diameter, multiplying factor of radius. So both will be same. So this will also go down by 10%. Don't give up, sweethearts. Don't give up. Alright, now let's see the answer for this. Let's see the answer for this. Oh, I understood what you are saying. You are saying that here r, frankly, the multiplying factor of r and multiplying factor of d is the same, because this p can be written as pi d. You are right, sweetheart. But the answer will be the same. Let's see who can give me answer for this. Diameter of a base of a cylinder reduces by 10% while height increases by 10%. What is the impact on volume? What is the definition? What is the formula of volume? Area into height. So volume is equal to pi r square h. So what do I have? Multiplying factor of volume is equal to, multiplying factor of pi is 1. So it is multiplying factor of radius the whole square into multiplying factor of height. What does it say? Diameter of the base reduces by 10%. We just saw that multiplying factor of diameter is same as multiplying factor of radius. So this is equal to 0.9. So 0.9 the whole square into 1.1. This is 0.81 into 1.1. Now how do I multiply 81 into 11? If you have watched my videos on speed mathematics, you will know how to multiply by 11. For example, if I ask you 432 into 11, how would you do it? Whatever is a unit digit, bring it together, 2. Then sum the next 2. 2 plus 3 is 5. 3 plus 4 is 7. 4 plus 0 is 4. This is my answer. That is how I multiply it. Alright? So if I have to multiply this by 11, what's my answer? I will take the unit digit as 2. 5 plus 2 is 7. 7 plus 5 is 12. 2 carry 1. 7 plus 4 is 12. 2 carry 1. 0 plus 4 plus 1 is 5. Answer is 52275. That is the trick for multiplication by 11. What is the answer here? This is 1. This is 9. This is 8. So this is nothing, and then I have 3 places of decimal. So my answer is going to be 0.891. Let's approximate that to 0.89, which means it is 11% fall. It is 11% fall. Girish has said 10.9%, which is the exact one, of course. Soumidri, 1% is wrong, sweetheart. Emmanuel, 1% is wrong. Please type in yes if you have understood this. It is approximately 11% fall. You need to be careful. 0.89 basically is 11% fall. Please confirm you have understood this, sweethearts. Solanki, 0.9% is wrong. 0.9% is wrong. Multiplying factor is 0.891. Alright, solve this question. Try to solve this mentally. More you practice, the faster you would be. Try to solve it without pen and paper. Please try to solve it without pen and paper. Let's try to do things mentally. Try to solve it without pen and paper. Speed increases by 10% and time by 20%. What is the change in the distance traveled? Speed increases by 10%, time by 20%. What is the change in the distance traveled? You should be able to solve this in 5 seconds, not more than that. Speed increases by 10%, so my multiplying factor is 1.1. Time by 20%, my multiplying factor is 1.2. 1.1 into 1.12 is 1.32, so my speed distance goes up by 32%. Distance goes up by 32%. What does that mean? It means old distance, new distance. Alright, and this is 1.32. What it means is new distance n is equal to 1.32 of x. X is the old distance. This is what it means. So what does this value mean? This value means 32% more than the old distance. So remember, therefore, the base is the old distance. That you need to understand. Alright, this is a very important question type. It has come multiple times. Please try to do this. Please try to solve this. The topic of percentages is very, very important wherever, whichever test you are writing. Concept of percentages is amazingly important. Alex goes from office, home from office every day. That means each day he covers this distance. The distance between home and office obviously will be constant. So multiplying factor of distance is 1 is equal to, what is the formula? Distance is speed into time. He increases speed by 25%. So this is multiplying factor is 5 by 4. Why am I writing 5 by 4? Because the multiplying factor of speed is 25% more. 25% is 1 by 4. So this is 5 by 4. I am now using fraction. That's it. Into multiplying factor of time. What does it mean? So multiplying factor of time is equal to 4 by 5. What does it mean? 4 by 5 is 1 minus 20%, which means time goes down by 20%. What does it mean? That means if old time is something, new time will be 0.8 times, because this is nothing but 0.8. So old time is the base, new time. So the new time taken is going to be 80% of the old time. Thus the saving is 20%. So 20% is the saving in time, but the equation that you need to understand is new time is 80% of the old time. This is a very classic question that keeps coming, but it can come in different formats, and therefore you should be comfortable with it. Once again, do remember the fact of the matter is the Wipro is starting the recruitment process in the month of July for all the students who are coming from engineering background, including Masters of Engineering. That is in July. Now for people who are MBA students, that is also true for MCA students. Remember that. So MCA, MBA, MCA, BTech, BE, MTech, be aware, Wipro is basically starting from July. That is next month. TCS is in August. That is also confirmed. So these are the two big ones that we know are starting the whole placement season thing. Now, as far as MBAs is concerned, remember the fact that companies will start walking in, because in case of MBAs, what the companies normally do is they take the students early, they put them as full-time interns, and then they do it. And let's not forget, in the Condir Online platform, we bring lot of companies, especially in the area of digital marketing and insider sales. Last year for MBAs, Tech Mahindra recruited around 52 students. Alright, so the point is we are running short of time. Please see to it that if you are not learning anything or understanding anything, you're not seeking help, please make it a point to seek help, sweethearts. Alright, now do this. Please do this. Let's see how you can do it. Tell me the answer. Tell me the answer for this. Now in this, he has given additional information. So quickly we do it. Speed is 5 by 4. Distance is 1. So time has to be 4 by 5. What does it mean? It means this is 0.8. This is old time. This is new time. Alright, so old time is given to be 60 minutes. So this is 60 minutes. This is 0.8. So what should this be? This should be 60 into 0.8. 62 into 0.8, that is equal to 48 minutes. But he is not asking that. What is he asking? He is asking how much will he save. So saving would be equal to 60 minutes minus 48 minutes, that is equal to 12 minutes. My answer has to be 12 minutes. My answer has to be 12 minutes. Fabulous. Prateek got it right. Girish has written 48 minutes, but that is not what is asked. Tisha got it right. Bhaskar, once again, be very careful what they are asking. They are not asking the new time. They are asking the saving in time. So answer has to be 12 minutes. Good show, guys. All right, do this now. Let's see. Solve this question. Please solve this question. Try to do it mentally as much as possible. Cost of rice increases by 20%. Cost of rice. So cost of rice increases by 20%. So this is 1.2. How much should the amount of purchase change so that the total increase in expense, expense is limited to 10%. So expense, what is expense? Expense is equal to the total cost you need to pay. So he says expense should be limited to 10%. So what is my multiplying factor formula? 1.1 is equal to 1.2 into, multiplying factor of amount of rice purchased. So what is multiplying factor of n? It is equal to 1.1 by 1.2, that is 11 by 12. 11 by 12 can be written as 1 by 1 by 12. So it falls down by 1 by 12. What is 1 by 12? I told you 1 by 3 is 33.33%. 1 by 6 is half of that, 16.66%. 1 by 12 is half of that, 8.33%. So you can say it fell down by 8.33%. That would be my answer. If you have not understood this, don't hesitate asking me. Girish, beautiful sweetheart, good show. Prateek, that is not what is asked. He is asking by how much should the amount of rice purchased change. So change is what you need to tell rather than, as a percentage of it. If anyone has not understood this, please don't hesitate asking me to repeat it. These are very classic questions. What I am doing is I am just complicating it as I go forward. Would you like me to repeat this? Then please feel free to ask. Cost of rice increases by 20%. What does cost mean? Obviously, rice is always priced as rupees per kg. So this increases by 20%. That is why I put this as a multiplying factor. How much should the amount of rice purchase change? That means he's asking the multiplying factor of this. All right. So that the expense towards the rice is limited to 10%. Expense towards rice is limited to 10% increase. All right, 10% increase. So it should go up by only 10%. So that is how I put as 1.1. All right, let me quickly rehash this. I'll put this as increase. What does this mean? This question means what? Normally every day I go to the shop to buy rice. I spend 100 rupees for buying rice. Now, next day when I go, I find the fact that the price of rice has gone up by 20%. But what is the question he's asking? How much should the amount of rice change so that my expense does not go back by 20%? Because if I buy the same quantity, then expense will also go up by 20%. I want the expense to be limited to 10%. So the bill should go up by 10% while the price of rice has gone up by 20%. That is what is being said here. So bill should go up by 10% only while the price of rice has gone up by 20%, which obviously means number of kgs I am purchasing should come down. All right. And that is coming to be minus 1 by 12. That is minus 8.33%. Bhaskar, please confirm you have understood it, sweetheart. All right. Now do this. Try to do this. This is again a question that has come multiple times, so you should be comfortable doing it. Same rules. Same rules. Thanks Yogesh and Bhaskar for confirmation, sweethearts. Do it. Cost of rice increases by 25%. Ram used to buy 5 kgs each month. How much should the amount of rice purchased in kg change so that the total increase in expense towards rice is same as earlier? Total expense towards rice. Total expense towards rice is same as earlier. So what is expense? That means total expense is the cost. So multiplying factor has to be 1. Cost of rice increases by 25%. So this is nothing but 1.25, which can be written as 5 by 4. So 1 is equal to 5 by 4 into multiplying factor of number. So multiplying factor of number is equal to 4 by 5. What does it mean? It means previously if he used to purchase 1 kg, new purchase would be equal to 4 by 5 of the previous. But previous is 5 kg. So I know this value is 5. So 5 into 4 by 5 will give my answer as 4 kgs. So he can only purchase 4 kgs. Prateek is saying 1 kg less. right, sweetheart. Bhaskar is saying 4 kgs, right, sweetheart. You both are right. I hope you have understood what we have done. The only complication is after finding the multiplying factor, he is taking me one step extra. He is taking one step extra. Please type in yes if you have understood this. These are questions you will notice. Take any test, you will notice these are the type of questions that keep coming, and therefore you should be comfortable with it. Nisha, 1% is wrong, sweetheart. How much lesser? If I were to ask what percentage lesser, this would be 1 by 5. 1 by 5 is 20%, so it's actually 20% lesser. Nisha, answer of 1% is wrong, sweetheart. It's 1 kg lesser, 20% lesser, or he purchases 4 kgs. This is what you will mention. All right, now do this. Let's see. This is another format of the same question. Use the same logic. Use the same logic. What I'm doing is I'm giving you different questions which have come in the past. These are all the questions which have come in the past. Let's see this question. Cost of rice decreases by 20%. What is the multiplying factor? 0.8. Because of this, Ram is able to buy 1 kg more of the rice for the same price. What is the original amount of rice that? Now, which obviously means he is not increasing his expense, so the cost is the same. All right. Cost of rice has gone up, but his bill has remained the same. So what is he doing now? So what is the number of rice? So what should be the multiplying factor? Multiplying factor of this should be 1.25. Why? Because 0.8 into 1.25 will give me 1. So that means number of kgs multiplying factor is 1.25. What does it mean? That means old kg, new kg, this is 1.25. So what is the increase? Increase is 0.25 times the old kg. All right, because if I were to look at this equation, new kg is equal to old kg plus 0.25 of old kg. So this is the increase. Now this increase is given to be equal to 1 kg. So what is the old kg? Old kg is therefore 4 kgs. What is asked? What is the original amount? Original amount of rice being purchased. That means he is asking old kg. So answer is 4 kg. These are things that can be now done mentally. Suchitra, 5 is wrong. Girish is saying original was 4, which is right. Bhaskar, 5 is wrong, sweetheart. Prateek, 5 is wrong. Please check it up what is happening. I'm again repeating. Let's go one step at a time. Same rule. So cost remains the same. So multiplying factor is 1. Cost per kg reduces. So this is 0.8, which obviously means number of kg should be 1.25. What does it mean? If previously if it was x, now it should be 1.25x because multiplying factor is 1.25. What does now 1.25x mean? That means 0.25x more. Now this is given to be equal to 1 kg more. So what is x? X is therefore 4 kgs. What is x? X is the original amount. So original is equal to 4 kgs. New is 5 kg. All right. But he is not asking new. He is asking what is the original amount purchased. So answer has to be 4 kgs. Now I am giving you a question where bases are different. I am giving you a question where bases are different. Read it very carefully and let's try to understand. Bases are different. In the city, there are 200 cars. 20% of these are Suzuki. 20% of these means what? Cars are Suzuki. 10% of Suzuki cars are black. So what is my equation? There are 200 cars. 20% of them are Suzuki. This is my first arrow. So Suzuki is 20% of number of cars. Because the number of cars is given to be 200, I am writing this. 10% of what? Suzuki cars are black. So 10% of Suzuki cars, that means 0.1, is black. Black Suzuki, of course. This is what is that second arrow. Now what is he asking? How many black Suzukis are there in the city? How many black Suzukis are there in the city? Now look, once you have drawn the arrow, it becomes easy. This is 200. 200 into 0.2 is equal to 40. Therefore, there are 40 Suzukis. 40 into 0.1 is 4. Therefore, there are 4 black Suzukis. So, answer is 4. But second, let's look at the second question. What is the second question? What percentage of cars in cities are black Suzuki? So, he is asking percentage of cars are black Suzuki. So, what is he asking? Black Suzuki is 4. Cars is 200. He is asking what percentage. So what is my answer? Obviously this will be 2% because 200 into 2% will give me 4. So my second answer is 2%. Look at the second question. What is he asking? What percentage of cars? So X percentage of cars, but I know cars is 200, is equal to black Suzuki. So this is the second part. Please tell me if you have understood it. If not, I will repeat it. Don't give up on this. This is a very important question type where the bases are different. I will show you the next question which will complicate it further. There are 2 questions in that. The first answer is 4. The second answer is 2%. The first one is 4. The second one is 2%. Guys, don't give up. Can I go forward? Type in YES if you are able to understand it. If you want me to repeat it, I will repeat it. Percentage is a very important concept. You will always find couple of questions in the concept of percentages, so you should be comfortable with it. Learn how to draw arrows. Learn how to draw arrows. Because once you draw arrows, then writing equation becomes very easy. In fact, I don't believe in writing equations. I normally do it using arrows. Alright, let's solve one more. Let's solve one more. Draw the arrows and try to do it. Let's see. Draw the arrows and try to do it. Whenever they ask, you see too many percentages, you should immediately know. The moment you see too many percentages, you should immediately know that it is a model of multiple bases. Shushmita, I will solve the same thing concept using this equation, this problem. Let's see. 40% of class is girls. 40% of class is girls. Let us say the strength of class is X. So what do I know? X students are there. 40% is 0.4. That is equal to girls. What does it mean? It also means the rest have to be boys. If 40% are girls, the rest has to be boys. So I can draw arrow like this. 20% of girls go to picnic. So how many go to picnic? Go to picnic. 20%. That means multiplying factor is 0.2. So how many don't go to picnic? No picnic. 80%. So this is 0.8. 30% of what? Boys. 30. So I should start the arrow with boys. 30% of boys go to picnic. So how many don't go to picnic? 0.7. 70% no picnic. Now he is asking how many students do not go for picnic. So let us say X is 100. Let us say X is 100. Alright. Because percentage wise. So I'll put X is 100. I want do not go to picnic. Do not go to picnic is this plus this. I need these numbers. So let me find these numbers. Because he is asking do not going to picnic will be girls not going to picnic plus boys not going to picnic. So if this is 100, 100 into 0.4 is 40. 40 into 0.8 is 32. So this is 32. This is 100. 100 into 0.6 is 60. There are 60 boys. 60 into 0.7 is 42. So my answer is 32 plus 42. Therefore, this is 74. So 74% of the students don't go to picnic. Because why am I saying percent? Because I said the number of students is 100. I assumed the number of students is 100. Answer is 74%. 74% of the students don't go to picnic. Sushmita, please confirm what I have done. I am again going to repeat it. This is important that you build it. 40% of the class. 40% of what? Class. Let us say the strength of the class is X. So I immediately say this is 40% multiplying. He is not saying 40% more. He is not saying 40% less. He is saying 40%. So this would be girls. So by default, you can say 60% has to be the boys. Now 20% of girls go to picnic. So 20%, the arrow should start with girls because the base is girls. 20% go to picnic, which obviously means 80% do not go. Notice how I am bridging these things. 30% of the boys go to picnic. 30%, 0.3. So 70% do not go. Now what is he asking? He is asking how many students do not go to the picnic. So where is do not go to the picnic? Girls do not go, boys do not go. I need to find this number, and that is how what I did is I assumed this as 100, and then I said 100 into 0.4 would be 40, 100 into 0.62 would be 60, 40 into 0.8 is 32, 60 into 0.7 is 42. So 32 girls and 42 boys don't go for the picnic. That means 74 students don't go for the picnic. Pinakesh, here he has not given you the number of students, so you can only answer in percentages. He has not given number of students, so you can only answer in percentages. You are saying out of, if the number of students is 100, then 72 have not gone, 74 has not gone to the picnic. But I don't know, number need not be 100, it could be 200 also. If it is 200, 144 did not go to the picnic. Alright, so you can only say 74%. If it's 200, then 148 students have not gone to the picnic. So that you need to understand. Alright, this is a very important question, comes many times in Google and PSU interviews. Question paper, please solve it. What does this mean? Grape contains 20% matter and rest is water. Let us say grape is 1 kg, so 1000 grams. So you take 1000 grams and you say 20% is dry. And the rest means 0.8 is water. When it is dried, 40% of water evaporates. 40% of water evaporates. So 40% of water evaporates. That means 60% remains. Now when you heat, 100% of the dry will remain. Alright, it will not go. Dry thing cannot go. So he is asking what would be the weight of dried grapes. Obviously evaporate will not be there. I need to find this number, I need to find this number and add it up. So let's now calculate. This is 1000. Therefore, this has to be 200. The whole dry will remain. So, this is 200. This is 1000. 80% is water. That means 800 was water. Out of 800, only 60% remain. That means 480 will remain. So, 200 plus 480 is how much? It is 680 grams. 680 grams will remain. The rest will get evaporated. Answer is 680 grams. Answer is 680 grams. Sweethearts, please confirm you have understood this. Have you eaten kismis? This is kismis story. You take a grape. Grape has two elements. What are the two elements? It has water, it has mass. Now when you evaporate it, not all the water gets evaporated. Alright? Some water still remains. That's why kismis is a little soft also. But the meat will continue to be there. The same thing is true. The dry part continues to be there. 100% of the dry part continues to be there. That is only 200 grams. 800 is water. Out of 800, 40% is gone. Only 60% is remaining. So 60% of 800 is 480. So this also remains. That is how 200 plus 480 comes into picture. And that is why we get it. Pinakesh, what is he saying, sweetheart? He is not saying the whole water gets evaporated. What is he saying? He is saying 40% of the water gets evaporated. That means the rest of the water remains. So I need to keep that there. That is the reason I am adding the remaining part. So it is not the whole thing that I am again repeating. Look at kismis. I am sure you know what is kismis, alright? Badam and kismis. What do? They take a grape and then they heat it, they evaporate it. Now the whole thing does not go, alright? Kismis still remains, has some water. That water is still there. So right now 480 grams of water is still there. So 480 plus 200, that is how we are getting 680 as the answer. Now let's look at one more model, reversal of base model. Look at what is he asking and what is he said. Ram's weight is 80%, 120, 20% more than Sita's weight. So what is Ram's weight is? That means in this case, Sita's weight is S, this is 1.2, this is R. This is what is given. This is what is given. Now what is he asking? Sita's weight in terms of Ram's weight. So she wants Sita's weight in terms of Ram's weight. So in this case, he's asking Ram here and he's asking, he's asking Sita's weight is how much of Ram's weight. So the base now is Ram. That is why he's asking this. How do I make this into this? You just have to, this is equal to 1.2 S is equal to R, or 6 by 5 S is equal to R. So which means what? Which means S is equal to 5 by 6 R. So I can write this as 5 by 6. Because this also gives the same thing. 5 by 6 R is equal to S. So my answer therefore is 5 by 6 times Ram's weight. So I can say Sita's weight is 16.66% lesser than Ram's weight. So notice the difference, 20% more than what? Sita's weight. 16.66% lesser than what? Ram's weight. So base has changed. Here the base is Sita's weight. Here the base is Ram's weight. This is what is known as reversal of base. This is what is known as reversal of base. Prateek, 25% is wrong, sweetheart. It is 16.67% right, which is what Girish Singh has rightly pointed out. So whenever question of this nature comes, if multiplying factor in this one is A by B, multiplying factor in the other would be B by A. For example, multiplying factor of 20% more is 6 by 5. So my answer is 5 by 6. You only need to do is, you need to only reciprocate it. Don't waste your time anywhere. You just need to reciprocate it. Senyesh, answer is not 25% less. Check it out. It is not 25% less. It is 16.66% less. All of you take 1 minute, check it out. Answer has to be 16.66% less. Please type in yes if you have understood it. Reversal of base does not take too much time. Whatever is the answer, look at this. This is a classic case of reversal of base. Lanka's population is 30% lesser than Bangladesh's. What is Bangladesh's population in terms of Lanka's? So he is only asking me to reverse it. So what should happen here? 30% less. So multiplying factor is how much? 0.7. What is 0.7? 7 by 10. So what has to be multiplying factor of my answer? My answer has to be 10 by 7. 10 by 7 is 1 plus 3 by 7. Now what is 1 by 7? 1 by 7 is 14.28%. Remember I told you 7 into 2 is 14. Alright. 14 into 2 is 28. So now I need to multiply this by 3. So 14 into 3 is how much? 252. Alright. So I need to just multiply this by 3. You just have to multiply it by 3. And similarly, if I were to multiply this by 3, this will be about 53%. So my answer is about 53% more. I'm sorry, this is 42. So answer is about 43% more. My answer will be approximately 43% more. Let this be the last question. Please confirm you have understood it. You need to know reversal of base means I'm only changing the direction of the arrow. So if my question is B by A, my answer is, if my question is A by B, my answer is B by A. Here it is 7 by 10, so my answer has to be 10 by 7. 10 by 7 can be written as 3 by 7 more, alright, 3 by 7 more, and therefore I need to calculate 3 by 7. I know what is 1 by 7. 1 by 7 is 14.28. Let us approximate that to be 14. So 14 into 3 is 42. So my answer has to be somewhere around 43. Alright guys, look at me, sweethearts. You know, one of my favorite students ever is a girl called Lavanya. If you go to my Facebook, you will see her photograph. I have this habit of putting photograph of my students whom I consider as my role models, you know. Lavanya was my kid, I think about 2 years back. She was my kid, all right. You know what? She got married when she was in 10th class. She comes from a fisherman background in Visakhapatnam. Visakhapatnam is a coastal place. Her father was a fisherman. Her grandfather was a fisherman. Her brothers were fishermen, and she got married to a fisherman. Thankfully, her husband encourages her to study. She joins for BBA, Business Administration, Bachelor's in Business Administration. And then she goes for her MBA. She does MBA from TIS, Tata Institute of Social Sciences, which is India's number 2 for HR. And today, she, as a part of Infosys, recruits from various colleges. Coming from fisherman background. There's another kid called as Vijaya. Vijaya's father is a truck driver. She basically, you know, she told me she never used to see her father because father was always traveling. The beauty is today she is in the corporate world, and guess what? With her salary, she can probably gift her father a new truck. The point I'm trying to make you people understand is, what do you want? My dad had a dream. The dream was someday he will buy a car. Today I drive a BMW 525, which cost about 70 lakhs in the market, and it is only one of my 3 cars. Every generation has to dream much bigger than the previous generation. We cannot be like the past. The reason I am asking you to fight again and again is simply because I want you to understand what are you fighting for. Getting a job is not very easy. But we are not just fighting for any job, we are fighting for a good job. And for me, the definition of a good job is a job that pays you money. No money, not a good job. Today, you don't have a choice. Hard work you need to put in here. Whether you go to IT, whether you go to marketing, whether you go to finance, you will invest 10 to 12 hours of your day every single day. You have to invest, cannot help it. But the only question is, how much are you winning for that? I work for around 12 hours a day. My watchman also works around 12 hours per day. The only difference is what he earns in the 12 hours and what I earn in the 12 hours are different. Hard work is not a choice, it's compulsory. How much you make out of hard work, that is a choice. But that choice has to be exercised in the next 2 to 3 months. Please see to it that you people are speaking in English. Please see to it that you are not lazying around. You are fighting because you deserve it. Today, all of you are equal. One company will come to your campus and go. Remember, the people who have jobs are suddenly James Bonds. 2 companies will come and go, then the person with a better job will be given more respect than a person with a job, will be given more respect than a person without a job. Discrimination is only going to increase in the next 6 months. Your business, you have to be in the right side of discrimination. Unless and until you are a proven James Bond or you belong to a family of Tatas and Birlas, I have a recommendation: fight. Don't laze. This is not the time to sleep. This is the time to stand up and fight. Please see to it that you're attending the next session as well. See to it that you're attending the sessions in the evening. See to it that you're doing your daily task list in the Condir Online platform. See to it that you're practicing coding if you're interested in IT. See to it that you're building your personality and revising your management concepts if you're an MBA. I know I'm asking you to do multiple things, but you need to do it because we don't have a choice. If a company says, I'm going to look at A, B, C, D, then let us show them that we have A, B, C, D. Give the market what the market wants. That is the foremost rule that I tell my students. So please see to it that you're pushing yourself for that. Guys, thank you so much. Please continue pushing. And tomorrow I will be seeing you again at 9:30. Let's do something on the LR side. I'll show you how to solve questions on cubes and dices and all that. Join me then. Take care, guys. Take a break. You have the next session at 11:15, I believe. Take care.